So hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek. I think we had a pretty successful first round of getting through this game. I mean, not from the perspective that I think we're winning, but from the perspective I think we're playing the game fairly decently and getting through it. Learning games like this where it's our first time, my first time, I rarely expect to win the game the first time, especially a game like this where it's known to be challenging already. But I do like the mechanics of the game. It's pretty solid, and it's interesting. I've heard this in other reviews of this game, but you do tend to get attached to your people as you're moving around the board, and you got to just gut-wrenching to lose any of them. But you have to. It's a very interesting dilemma to be in. Anyway, we're going to start our next turn. It starts with the slave catcher phase. This could be pretty harsh for us because we do have some vulnerable guys. So let's see how this works out. We could end up lucky. We'll see. Let's go to the table. Okay, guys, here's our slave catcher dice. We're going to roll those. Orange is moving 3 in the white direction. See? Here we go. Okay, I don't know how bad this is. They can only move 1 in the white direction on their path. So I'm going to look that up because I think that means let me pull that up to you for you here so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, right here. Orange, the orange triangle. Oh, it's the orange circle. Oh, that's actually bad for us. See, now, here's you get into trouble. I was hoping for a bit of luck. This guy moves up here. Nabs one of our guys. No open spaces in the plantation. We lost another, and that was the one I was planning on popping into Canada this turn. So, as luck would have it, out of all the ones we could have rolled, that was the only one that really would have hit us. Everybody, well, except for, no, not even purple. Purple would have been one away. Well, there's luck for you. Okay, so that was the end of the slave catcher phase. We did lose another one of our people, but let's move on to our planning phase. Okay, planning phase. Now, I know I'm going to be able to get to the new turn, so I'm going to take our 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to leave us with 3, and I am going to buy our first support token. Ding, 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 ding. It means winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, now when we do that, gameplay kind of stops. Let me see if it's actually on here or is it on the in the book. Okay, when all support tokens from a period column have been purchased, the next period column also becomes active and its tokens and abolitionist cards become available. So we have the next tokens available. Now I also believe that we kind of stop and reset some things there, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to quickly take a gander. When the last support token in the currently active period column is taken, the game is immediately paused. 2 changes take effect. The abolitionist card deck in the current active period column is removed. So, okay, so that's one whopping card. We were down to the bottom there. And, I don't know if you could, yeah, you can't see that. Okay, so what I did. And the next period column is activated, and its tokens are now immediately available. Okay, so we did that in our planning phase, and the next part of our planning phase is going to be we can buy 2 tokens. Bummer. Gosh, this gets harder and harder, doesn't it? I wish there was a way to buy more tokens. Maybe we can do something post. Oh, we can. We can. His special ability, he can buy a token after fundraising action. So we're going to take one of the fundraising tokens as part of our planning. So we bought the abolition. We bought our support token. We bought bought a fundraising token, and we'll have to do the rest with cards and stuff. We'll see how we do. Anyway, that leaves us with 3 coins, $3, and now we're going to go into our action phase. So the first thing that happens in our action phase is we get to use we still have our special ability to every turn get $2. It's pretty good, so that's a good start. Now we got to go to the main board, talk about what we're going to do here. Okay. We're going to use our fundraising token. I was hoping to make a couple more moves first. Anyway, it's the same as the one from the previous turn. You get one. Make sure about that. I want to make sure we got doing the right thing with the support token. Yeah, the green tokens raise $1 for each slave on this green space. So I don't know. Let me just make sure you can see what I'm pointing at. I got one here. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's just $5. Now, the special ability of the stockholder, once per action phase, purchase a token after taking a fundraising action. It doesn't say I can't use that token, so I've been doing it that way. It just says after I take that action. So we're going to do that. We're going to spend $3. We're going to take one of these conductor tokens. Let me see, do we want to take a card as well? We're going to get hit with this, and so I am going to spend another $2, and I'm going to buy this card here, John Greenleaf Whittier, and play it. It says exchange the position of 2 cards in the abolitionist queue. So I'm taking the reopening trade, and I think I'm just going to do this. This could be really bad for us if I do it this way. I gotta see. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Maybe I'll get lucky again and be able to. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing here? Let's show you. I took this reopening trade and moved it down here. I moved her into this. Actually, that would go in there, meaning it would go away. This spot was open. So that's the way it would happen right there, because I swapped the 2 cards out. Now, and I think you can only buy a card, 1 card. Let me look at that. I'm pretty sure you can only buy 1 card, but I want to double check. Okay, yeah, pretty clear. You can buy a single card, so we've done that. So what we can do left is we can use this, our token, which we'll definitely do. Gives us we can move 2 slaves 2 spaces. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's move over to the board here. See what we can do with these 2 moves 2 spaces. Well, if we pay $1, see what we can do down here. This one here can move to. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. $1. We're going to move this one 2 spaces. 1 to here, 1 to up here. It's going to move him there as well, but it's going to net us $3 for next turn. We're almost back up to being able to buy that second token. Remember, we have to buy that token to win the game. But man, we're going to lose 6 people. Unless I do something dramatic, and there's really nothing I can do that's dramatic here. Because I can't move anybody out. I can move one of these out here. That's just... I don't have to move them the whole 2 distance. I can shorten that, but that's all we're going to be able to do, which means we're going to lose 5 more. Wow, this could be tight, because I haven't even gotten a guy into Canada yet. We might lose this worse than we think. Okay, so, but I don't see what else I can do. I'm really racking my brain here. I just can't do enough with what I have. It's hard playing with just 1 character. You know, that be what it be. I needed the money. I got a guy closer to Canada. You can get to Canada in a turn. Next turn. I got 2 of them can get into Canada next turn. 1 that's in jeopardy over here. Okay. Well, anyway, that was the totality of our action phase. I've been staving off these terrible cards. I'm not going to be able to keep them going for too long. I think next turn it's going to happen. Anyway, let's move on. Move into our slave market phase now. Okay, here's where things turn brutal on us. got 6 people here. Got 1 spot here we can fill. All the rest are filled, which means that all the rest of them are going up here. So we got 3. We can afford to lose 3 more, and then we're done. Got to get some folks into Canada. Got to clear these cards out. Anyway, this one's going off the board. This one comes down. This one comes down, and this is also our last card. It has 5. So, you know, learning game for us. We're going to have to play it again to see if we can actually win. But there's where we're at. I don't see us even getting close. I'm going to get some guys into Canada if it kills me. So let's go to our lantern phase, and we'll take on the next turn. Okay, lantern phase. We're going to take these 2 cards off. I'm going to slide these down, and now we're going to have some cards come out from the... Okay, you know, I guess we can do that. It comes out once per era, it says, or once per draw. But we do have 2 other guys. They're expensive. John Parker. What does he do? Let's see. He gained $1 for each slave in a space connected to Washington, D.C. That's none, or 1? No, none. And John Price move 1 slave from any small northern space to Canada. That we have. Well, I don't know what's a small northern space. Oh, I see. We don't have that right now, but we will soon. That may be a card, even though it's $3, it may be a card we're playing. Plus, don't forget, we're supposed to get these other 2 tokens before the end of the age. I've gotten 1 so far. These tokens up here, the progress, the support tokens. So that is it for our lantern phase. Now we're going to move on to our slave catcher phase for the next round. Here's the dice. Let's just roll and see where we go. Hey, brilliant stroke of luck. That means the slave catchers do nothing. Maybe that's lucky. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to go to our action phase. We got a lot of actions this turn. It's going to be not so bad. So let's get to it. Okay, I meant to say planning phase, but anyway, could raise a bunch of money again, but I can only get 2 tokens, so I'm getting this one. 2 and 2, and I'm going to get this one for 4 and 1. Actually, I don't think I can. Can I do that? Let me see. I might have to take all the tokens off first. But I'm going to pause, take a look at that, be right back. It doesn't say anywhere I can't not purchase this one from the right side of the board. I mean, that's $6 in tokens, but I think it's worth it for 1 round because I'm going to get to do a lot of movement and maybe save some people. So that's going to be our action, or our planning phase for this turn. Now we're going to go to our action phase. Okay, got a lot happening here, but I think first we'll use our 2/2 token, so this one here, for our first action. And we only got $2 left, so I'm not going to be able to get that one going into Canada one. Well, yes, I will. Because the first thing that happens in the action phase is I get $2 for my special ability, so I have 4. Now we've got a lot of movement going on, so first we're going to do 2 guys, 2 spaces. Okay. Got to keep them out of harm's way. That's the tricky thing here. How do I keep them out of harm's way? Well, here's one. So I can take this guy. Nope. This guy. 1, 2. So he's on the blue track. It's going to draw the blue guy that way. Here's the ticket. It gives me another $1. And then I got my second 2 move. Yeah, I'm not sure here. Well, we can go 1, 2, and get this guy. Finally get one guy up into Canada. Okay, we got 1 of 5. I don't know what we're going to do here, and that's going to end that token. But then we got our second one. It's a 4/1, and we're going to move 4 guys 1 space. I got to get. You know what? I don't think we can do this. That guy moved into Canada. I don't think I can afford to do that. I gotta get somebody out of a space. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm taking him back. He was here, and I'm giving back my $1. And then I'm gonna take this one from here. 1, 2. I'm gonna pay $1. That's a good start. That was my second actual two-person maneuver, right? Huh, I think so. Or was he here already? Oh, I moved that, sorry. It's this guy. He was here, right? Here. Yeah, that's the right way. Okay. Let's see. And that was the, yeah. Yeah, because that drew this guy that way, there. That was my first of my two moves. Then my other one was to take him to here, so we didn't do that. So I've taken back both my moves at this point. This is tough, guys. Really tough. No, I did him. That was 2. That was 1. So I have one more 2 move left. So I didn't do that one. I did this one instead. I took that one back because I gotta. No, that was my second one. What am I thinking? Go back and review. Okay, I reset my moves there, so we're right now. Anyway, I did get my 2 moves there. I got one guy out of the plantation. Now I got 4 1s. So I'm going to take another one and put him here. That's going to keep us from almost losing. That's 1 of 4. That does not trigger anything here. Yeah, I think we're going to have to cause... Yeah. So actually we can move from here to here. That draws the red guy down 1. Give me $1. That's my second of 4. Third of 4. Move that guy down to there. And then fourth. My fourth. It's not enough to keep us alive, guys. We're going to lose 3 guys there. We've got to get one more off a plantation somehow. How do we do that? I don't see a way. I think we lost. I do not see a way to get a guy off of a plantation, and we lose 3 more, we're done. So, it might be a short video. Okay. Oh, wait. I know what we can do. Circular cities can hold 2 slaves. If I'm not mistaken. Small southern cities, that's a small southern city, so it can only hold 1 slave. Southern cities can only hold 1 slave as well. Okay. Need the big ones like Detroit and Chicago. They hold 2 cities, but we're nowhere near, or 2 slaves in a city, but that isn't going to help us. St. Louis is considered a... Well, yeah, I guess the larger cities are outlined in blue, so St. Louis is considered a small city as well. In fact, that's the one they show in the example as a small city. So, guys, I think that we're hosed. I don't think there's anywhere I can get a slave to that's going to make any sense. I mean, I can do puzzles, but this is... can't do miracles. Is there a way for me to get somebody to move? No, God, there's no cards I can do. Man, guys, I think we're just screwed here. I don't have the ability to move another one off, and I got nobody in Canada. Isn't that a shame? Well, lesson learned. We're going to have to take another run at this. Yeah, see, if I move anything, it's not going to come off of here. It's got to come out of here. So I'm totally out of luck. Okay, guys, yeah, I can't see a movement that's going to save us. I could have sacrificed somebody perhaps, but I don't even see where that would have helped. So for instance, I moved this guy to Ripley. Yeah, I moved this guy to Ripley because it drew him from there. What I could have done instead, okay, here we go. Instead of doing that, same problem. Same problem. I still end up with losing 3 this turn. Maybe more. Okay, guys, we lost. Here's the scenario. I can't move another guy out of a plantation. We have 6 slaves on the slaves card. And as much as I stalled it, we're going to take this reopening trade. We're just going to add 2 slaves to each of the slave markets next turn. And I don't have enough now. So, well, heck, I guess I suck at this game. I didn't even get one person into Canada. We're going to take another run at this. I think that's the best thing to do. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. Basically, we lost. There's no question. I only got 1 token off the board up there. Man, this is a brutal game. I thought some of the other games I played was brutal. And there's no way for me to get anybody into a place that I can move another person off a plantation. And if I sacrifice another one, I'm going to lose anyway. So, yeah, that's it for now, guys. If you see something in here that I could have done to save this, let me know. Because I think I'm going to take another run at it very soon. But that's the end of the game. I just can't believe we didn't even we barely got into the second era and lost. But such is the way of these games. Until first time playing, these are hard games. I think you lose a lot more than you win. But that's it. So, hey, thanks for watching. I'll come back and do something else soon. So, see you then. Alright, guys, what can I say? Got totally whooped on that one. But just want to give you a quick review of the game. So, again, this is my first time playing it. It's still sitting right here. Talking about Freedom, the Underground Railroad. I love the game. It's awesome, man. It's so hard and challenging, but so together as a game. The mechanics all flow. They work. You can easily figure out, manipulate what you need to do. Not easily as regards to gameplay, but I know my steps. My step 1 during this phase, my step 2 during that phase. It's very, very clear cut. I really enjoy that. Convoluted rules make for a convoluted game, but not necessarily a good game. So this has a deep rule set from a strategic standpoint, but not a deep rule set from as far as a learning curve is concerned. I feel that even though that was our first game, we adapted that pretty well and learned it pretty quickly. Don't know about you, but that's the way I feel. So in review, I think this is a really solid game, and I'd love to recommend it to all my friends, even the ones that don't game necessarily, because I think this game is good for the family. I think this is something, my kids last year, for example, my older boy, he was doing the Civil War thing, and he actually had to do a piece on American slavery. And I had this game, it wasn't that long ago, because I had this game kickstarted. And it was like a month away from getting the Kickstarter. I was like, man, if this was only a month later, I could teach him about that period through this game. How cool is that? Anyway, and it's a good game, and it's challenging. As you can see, we lost pretty soundly. I knew when I finished the first video that we weren't going to win, but I wanted to complete it and show you what that experience looked like. So we did that, and I'm going to try again. In fact, I might try again with y'all and see if I can do better the next time. I never expect to win. Never expect to win, especially these heavy cooperative games or deep cooperative games. The first time out of the chute, I remember my first time playing Defenders of the Realm, which is very similar to Pandemic, but with a cooler theme and interesting characters to play by Richard Linus. Awesome game, man. I love that game. But the first time I played that, it wasn't just me either. We were as a group of us, and we got totally whooped. So I was thinking to myself, I got to keep playing that and get better. And I love a game that challenges me that way instead of me just scratching my head and what's left of my hair and muddying through the rules, and trying to figure out, did I get that rule right? The only thing I would say, if I was going to say anything, is sometimes my lighting in here is such that when and maybe I'm just getting old, I don't know, but my lighting is such that when I'm looking at the board, I don't see the colors as clearly. Like the purple, the blue, and the black primarily in glare. The blue's easier, it's lighter, but the purple and the black are really close. So you got to look at I realized I started looking at the actual symbol on the track that matched the shape, not necessarily the color on those, because it was easier to track that way. And early on, I had moved one in the wrong, on the wrong track as a result. Got over that. So I think the reference card that it comes with is good. Tells you everything you need to know. I think that the mechanics are sound and solid. I think this is a great game for families with kids of a certain age that can handle with the fact that they're probably going to lose more often than they win. You know, just like Pandemic. I mean, heck, I've played Pandemic games where, and I can win Pandemic, but sometimes you just get this bad string of luck on cards that come out, and boom, you're done, just like that. I don't see that happening with this game. This game has a more of a controlled flow to it, so I don't think you're going to get that zinger, I lost event. What you're going to get is some preamble that you're not going to win. No matter, you know, you can kind of see it coming, as you did in this. And strangely enough, I think just because of the theme, I felt, while playing this, I felt a little more emotionally attached. I was actually agonizing about losing cubes. I mean, they're cubes, just like in any other game. I didn't agonize about losing cubes in Pandemic, though it bugged me because it got us closer to losing the game. But I was agonizing about losing the actual cubes. So I'm going to make this short, wrap it up, just conclude our video for this. I think Freedom, the Underground Railroad by Academy Games is a keeper. I'm going to post the stats, you know, what age ranges, things like that should play it, how long. I think it's 30 minutes a person. I'm not sure. I have to go look. But it didn't last that long either. I mean, it was a pretty quick game for us, slightly over an hour. So that's a good time. I mean, if you had other people, it would take a little longer. But I don't think it would take that much longer because there's only so much you can do in a given turn. So, wrapping it up, big thumbs up for Freedom, the Underground Railroad. I thought it was a great game, and I hope that you'll pick it up and introduce it to your families. I'm going to make sure when I post this to my Facebook page, I ask my non-gamer friends to take a gander at it and see, because I think there's a value in it for everybody from a historical perspective as well. So thank you very much. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.